All right, let me show you the qualitative position versus time graphs lab. So there's position, velocity, and acceleration versus time labs. And let's just take a look at one of these guys here. And since they're these new assignments, you got to click on that. You got to click build. And then you have to, it's encountered an issue. Okay, good enough. Refresh. Let's try refreshing. It's encountered an issue. Well, all right. And what I'm going to do here is just do a preview of it. And what it's going to do is it's going to give them a graph of motion. And these are things I made with interactive physics. And I turned on tracking. And so the graph is going to leave tracks. I'll show you this. Okay, so this is moving to the left. Notice the dots are getting closer together. And so it's moving to the left and it's stopping, right? And I wish this thing wouldn't pop up, but it does. So we're looking for a negative slope that's quite steep to begin with, but then gets less and less steep. Okay, there's one that gets steeper. There's a negative slope that's quite steep to begin with and goes to 0. So let me guess that that's the right one. All right, let's look at the next one. Let's look what Helen does. Helen is moving to the right, but going slower and slower. Right? So what we're looking for is a graph that has a positive slope, but goes to 0, right? So quite a large positive slope. I think this is like the opposite of the one we just looked at. So, oh, here we go. A positive slope and it goes to 0. All right, let's see if we got those two right. I know I haven't answered all the questions. Woohoo! We got 5 points. Hey, we got those right. Yoo-hoo! Got that one right. And then notice feedback. It's got a little feedback. This graph starts with a steep negative slope. This means the object is moving to the left, gradually slows to a stop. So every time they choose something, it also tells them what the thing that they chose, what the graph was, right? So it's feedback. This graph starts with a positive non-zero slope. It gets less and less until it becomes 0. This means the object is initially moving to the right and gradually slows down and stops, right? Anyway, that's the position one, right? You can also look, there's a velocity one, right? Again, we got to do the same thing. Got to click build. Hopefully whatever the editor thing is going to, oh yeah. Oh, we're getting that error. I don't know what that is. Let's refresh. We're refreshing. And then let's preview this one. This one's a little bit different, right? Because these are velocities that we're looking at. All right, let's see what Nancy has. I had these all had names that kind of gave away what they were. Oh, this is fun. Nancy's moving to the left and slowing to a stop. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see. Moving to the left and slowing to a stop. So the final velocity's got to be 0. And it's got to start with a negative velocity, right? So this is moving to the left and going faster and faster, right? But let's watch it. Watch this again. Moving to the left and going slower and slower. In fact, going to 0, right? Okay. So let's see. Moving to the left. Does that one move? It's moving to the left and it goes to 0. That might be the right one. Let's see. Looks like the right one to me. I know I didn't answer all those other questions. I just don't feel like it today. Ooh, we got that one right. All right. So anyway, there's that one, right? And then there's also one for acceleration. And then let me just show you this. I presented these to double APT, and it turns out you can't share new quizzes. So see how that's like a dark thing like that. Those are new quizzes. Can't really recommend the new quizzes, although there are a few things like scientific notation you can do with them. But if you go all the way to the bottom of this course, you can see I just threw these in here. I never published them. I just created them just for the purpose of sharing them with other teachers. And if you go to that website that's linked on the demos and labs page, you can see I've got these things downloaded as a zip. So you can share them or put them in any course you want. All right, I'm going to stop talking.